Welcome, dear friends, to a peaceful journey through the world of Hunter x Hunter, a universe of adventure, mystery, and deep connections. From the moment this story began, it has captivated hearts with its beautiful complexities, exploring the lives of young adventurers, powerful warriors, and the endless possibilities of human strength and spirit. Tonight, we will explore some of the most fascinating details of this beloved series, gently tracing the origins of its characters, the creative brilliance behind its arcs, and the subtle truths woven through each narrative thread. As you listen, let the world of Hunter x Hunter wrap around you like a soft, comforting blanket. Allow yourself to drift deeper into a place of quiet calm as the tranquil sounds of the story guide you toward rest. Take a deep breath, dear listener. Inhale slowly, hold, and exhale gently, releasing any tension from your body. Let the stillness of the night fill your room as you settle into the softness of your surroundings. Feel your muscles loosen, your mind slow, and your heart soften as we begin this peaceful voyage together. And if you enjoy journeys like this, you're always welcome to subscribe and softly share where you're listening from tonight as we begin our first step into the world of Hunter x Hunter. Fact 1: Hunter x Hunter first began its journey in 1998, created by the brilliant mind of Yoshihiro Togashi. What started as a simple concept of exploring the world through hunters and their quests has evolved into one of the most complex and beloved manga series. Togashi's blend of adventure, philosophy, and moral ambiguity captured the hearts of fans worldwide, creating a universe that felt at once expansive and deeply personal. The story's balance of light and dark, joy and pain is woven into its very fabric, giving it a timeless quality that continues to resonate with audiences of all ages. Fact 2: the title itself, Hunter x Hunter, is a reflection of the dual nature of the story. The hunter represents not only those who take on dangerous tasks, seeking rare and powerful items, but also those who hunt for something deeper: truth, strength, and identity. The X in the title symbolizes the unknown, a nod to the vast mysteries that unfold throughout the series. It's a quiet invitation to discover something beyond the surface, to look beyond the obvious and into the heart of what it means to truly grow, explore, and evolve as a person. Fact 3: one of the earliest arcs in Hunter x Hunter is the Hunter exam arc. The exam, which tests both physical endurance and mental acuity, introduces viewers to the series' core themes: perseverance, morality, and the complexity of relationships. It's not simply about passing tests, but about understanding oneself, pushing past personal limits, and questioning the rules of society. The characters of Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio emerge as individuals whose paths will intertwine and whose strengths will be tested in unexpected ways. It's a powerful reminder that the greatest tests often lie within. Fact 4: the Zoldyck family, one of the most infamous families in the world of Hunter x Hunter, embodies the idea of perfection and power at a price. Each member of the family is trained to be a ruthless assassin, their skills honed through years of discipline and danger. However, the family's icy, calculating exterior masks deeper, more complex emotions. Through Killua, we see a child burdened by his family's expectations, yearning for freedom but struggling with the weight of his legacy. The Zoldicks serve as a symbol of how deeply family can shape one's identity, for better or worse. Fact 5: Gon Freakasus, the protagonist of Hunter x Hunter, is a curious, optimistic young boy who embarks on a journey to find his long lost father, Jing. His innocence and determination are infectious, but beneath his bright personality lies a deep longing for belonging and understanding. Gon's journey isn't just about finding his father, it's about discovering who he truly is and what kind of person he wants to become. His unwavering spirit is tested time and again, reminding us that growth often requires confronting our own flaws and confronting the mysteries of the world within. Fact 6. The concept of Nen, the unique power system in Hunter x Hunter, is one of the most intriguing aspects of the series. Nen allows individuals to harness their life energy and manifest their own unique abilities, depending on their personality and spirit. This complex and multi layered system is not just a tool for combat, it reflects the inner nature of its users. Some characters, like Gon and Killua, must learn to control and refine their Nen abilities over time, while others, like Hisoka, use it for more unpredictable and dangerous purposes. Nen is both a gift and a challenge. Fact 7. In the York New City arc, we are introduced to the Phantom Troop, a group of infamous thieves with deadly abilities. The troop's signature spider tattoo, marking each of its members, is symbolic not only of their unity, but of the web of violence and tragedy that connects them. Despite their criminal nature, the troop is composed of deeply layered individuals, each with their own motivations and struggles. The group's leader, Krollo Lushilfer, is a figure of cold calculation, but beneath his composed exterior lies a deep, almost tragic desire for meaning and control. Fact 8. One of the series' most philosophical arcs is the Chimera Ant arc, which explores the darker side of human nature. The Chimera Ants, initially monstrous creatures, evolve into beings with human-like emotions, raising questions about morality, the value of life, and what it means to be truly human. The arc's focus on Miriam, the Chimera Ant King, is particularly poignant. His journey of self-discovery mirrors Gon's in many ways, as both characters struggle with the nature of their power and the consequences of their actions. In the end, the Chimera Ant arc serves as a meditation on humanity's capacity for both great good and great evil. Fact 9. The Hunter exam also introduces us to the concept of friendship and rivalry. While the exam itself is filled with dangerous challenges, it's the relationships formed during this time that will shape the future of the characters. Gon and Killua's friendship is at the heart of this, a bond built on mutual respect and shared experience. Yet it's not always an easy friendship. Killua's past, haunted by his family and the expectations placed on him, sometimes clashes with Gon's innocent perspective. Their growth together is a beautiful exploration of the complexities of friendship and what it means to support each other. Fact 10. The Heaven's Arena arc serves as a quieter but no less important moment in the series. Here, Gon and Killua enter a tower where fighters battle to earn money and climb the ranks. The arena isn't just a place for physical combat, it's where the characters face internal battles as well. Gon's determination to grow stronger, to push past his limitations, is tested in the face of more experienced fighters. It's a reminder that true strength isn't just about skill, it's about patience, learning, and the willingness to continue despite setbacks. Fact 11. In Hunter x Hunter, the Nen system is not just a means of combat. It also reflects the emotional and psychological makeup of its users. Each person's Nen ability is tied to their personal nature, revealing hidden aspects of their personality. Gon, with his pure hearted determination, develops a simple but powerful ability that reflects his straightforward nature. Killua's Nen ability, on the other hand, is a perfect mirror of his intelligence and calculated approach to the world. This intricate connection between mind, body, and spirit elevates the story, making every character's powers uniquely personal and meaningful. Fact 12. The Dark Continent arc is one of the most intriguing and mysterious storylines in Hunter x Hunter, hinting at the existence of a vast, unexplored world beyond the familiar territories of the series. It's a place filled with dangerous creatures, unimaginable riches, and the promise of great discovery. Yet, it's also a world full of moral ambiguity. The idea of venturing into the unknown, where rules of society no longer apply, forces characters to face not just external dangers, but the internal darkness that comes with the desire for power, control, and discovery. Fact 13. Gon's unwavering search for his father, King Freaks, drives much of the narrative in Hunter x Hunter. However, as the story progresses, it becomes clear that this search is not simply about family. It represents Gon's desire to understand the world, to find his place within it, and to discover the meaning of his own existence. His relationship with his father is complex, filled with both admiration and frustration. Through their interactions, or lack thereof, Gon is forced to confront his ideals, growing not just as a hunter, but as a person, one who learns that the journey itself often holds more meaning than the destination. Fact 14. The Phantom Troop's rise to infamy is marked by their brutal destruction of York New City during the York New City arc. Yet despite their villainous acts, Togashi's writing provides depth to each member, showing the human side of their motivations. For example, Shalnark, one of the members, may seem like a simple, calculating character, but he also harbors moments of vulnerability and attachment to his comrades. This moral complexity within the troop forces us to question the nature of right and wrong, highlighting that every character, even those seemingly beyond redemption, has a story worth exploring. Fact 15. In Hunter x Hunter, the exploration of morality is nuanced and deeply philosophical. Characters like Kurapika, who seek vengeance, must grapple with the consequences of their choices. His quest to avenge the massacre of his clan is a compelling mix of justice and obsession, revealing the fine line between righteous anger and destructive vengeance. Togashi does not offer easy answers. Instead, he presents us with morally gray areas that invite us to reflect on our own values. The series asks difficult questions about what it means to be just and whether the pursuit of justice is worth the cost to one's soul. Fact 16. The Chimera Ant arc stands out as one of the darkest and most complex in Hunter x Hunter. The Chimera Ants, initially monstrous creatures, evolve over time to develop human-like emotions and intelligence. This transformation forces both the characters and the audience to reconsider the concept of what it means to be human. The arc's main antagonist, Miriam, is perhaps the best example of this moral ambiguity. Though he starts as a ruthless king, his slow evolution into a more self-aware being challenges the viewer's perceptions of villainy, showcasing the series' tendency to explore the capacity for change and redemption in all beings. Fact 17. Kurapika's scarlet eyes, which turn bright red when he activates his Nen ability, are a powerful symbol of both his strength and his vulnerability. These eyes are the key to his abilities, but they also serve as a constant reminder of the massacre of his clan, the Kurta clan. The more he uses his Nen abilities, the more his eyes change, reflecting the toll that his obsession with revenge is taking on his psyche. This duality of power and sacrifice runs through the series, reminding us that every victory, every step forward, comes with its own personal cost. Fact 18. In the Greed Island arc, Gon and Killua enter a mysterious game world that tests their ability to use Nen in creative ways. The game itself is a blend of adventure, strategy, and danger, offering both a literal and figurative exploration of their growth. Greed Island serves as a metaphor for life's unpredictability, where every challenge presents an opportunity for growth. The stakes of the game mirror the larger stakes of the series. The characters are not just battling for power or rewards, but for their sense of identity, their relationships, and their future paths. Fact 19. Hisoka, one of the most complex characters in Hunter x Hunter, is both a villain and a tragic figure. His obsession with strong opponents and his need for constant challenge makes him both unpredictable and fascinating. Hisoka's abilities, which he uses to manipulate his opponent's emotions and thoughts, reflect his desire for control. Yet beneath his playful exterior lies a deep yearning for meaning, a longing for something beyond mere combat. His relationship with Gon, which begins as a rivalry, evolves into something far more nuanced, full of both admiration and darker, more twisted intentions. Fact 20. One of the hallmarks of Hunter x Hunter is its intricate world building, which makes every setting feel lived in and real. Whether it's the vast open skies of the Dark Continent or the claustrophobic tense atmosphere of the Hunter exam, each location in the series carries its own weight. Togashi's attention to detail in crafting these worlds down to the smallest elements ensures that the audience is always immersed in the story. It's a testament to his mastery that every place, no matter how fleeting, feels like it holds meaning, a piece of the larger puzzle that is Hunter x Hunter. Fact 21. The Heaven's Arena arc is not just about fighting, it's about understanding growth through discipline. It's here that Gon and Killua begin to realize that their path as hunters isn't solely about strength. It's about learning, adapting, and becoming more than what they were when they first set out. The arena also provides a space for them to face their fears, both physical and emotional. It's a quiet reminder that every challenge, no matter how daunting, is an opportunity to uncover something about oneself that wasn't visible before. This is the essence of true mastery, growth through persistence. Fact 22. Throughout Hunter x Hunter, Togashi explores the theme of personal freedom. This is most poignantly portrayed through the character of Killua, who is often caught between the desires of his own heart and the expectations placed on him by his family. Killua's journey is not just about escaping his family's control, it's about finding his own voice, his own path. His struggle is universal, the pull between the safety of what's known and the risk of stepping into the unknown. In many ways, his journey mirrors that of anyone seeking to break free from their past. Fact 23. The Chimera Ant arc is often considered one of the darkest and most philosophical arcs in the series, primarily because of the deep emotional and psychological journeys its characters undergo. The transformation of Miriam, the Chimera Ant King, is particularly striking. Initially, he is a cold, ruthless being, devoid of empathy. But as he interacts with the human world and experiences love, loss, and regret, his character undergoes a slow, painful evolution. In many ways, Miriam's story is about the search for meaning and redemption, forcing viewers to confront the boundaries between good and evil, innocence and corruption. Fact 24. Togashi's use of symbolism throughout Hunter x Hunter enriches the story, particularly in how characters' Nen abilities are tied to their inner conflicts. For instance, Leorio, whose dream is to become a doctor, uses his Nen ability to heal others, reflecting his compassionate nature. Yet his journey is also one of self discovery, as he learns that healing others requires not just technical skill, but empathy and sacrifice. His character arc serves as a quiet meditation on the importance of emotional intelligence and selflessness, showing that true power often comes from understanding the needs of others. Fact 25. The Dark Continent arc, which has yet to be fully explored, promises to expand Hunter x Hunter into uncharted territories, both literally and thematically. This new world is filled with dangers that are beyond imagination, creatures and environments that challenge even the most skilled of hunters. But the true danger of the Dark Continent is not just physical, it represents the unknown aspects of human nature, those parts of ourselves that we must confront in order to grow. It's a metaphor for the unexplored territories of the heart and mind, where the greatest challenges often lie just beyond our reach. Fact 26. One of the most enduring themes of Hunter x Hunter is the question of what it means to live a meaningful life. This is explored through the characters' journeys, especially Gon's, whose quest to find his father is both literal and symbolic. His adventure is an exploration of what it means to truly live, to forge connections, and to embrace the unknown with open arms. Along the way, Gon faces the reality that life is full of challenges and sacrifices. His journey ultimately teaches him and the audience that the meaning of life is often found not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Fact 27. The character of Hisoka is a fascinating study in contradiction. He is both a playful, almost childish figure and a dangerous, unpredictable force. Hisoka's desire to challenge the strongest opponents is driven not by a thirst for power, but by an insatiable curiosity for what lies beyond the surface of things. He embodies the theme of the unknown. He is always moving, always changing, and yet his true nature remains a mystery. His interactions with Gon in particular highlight the duality of his character. He both admires Gon's potential and views him as a future challenge, never quite revealing his own true intentions. Fact 28. The Phantom Troop is made up of individuals who each have a tragic backstory, and yet they remain united by their shared commitment to one another. Each member's past is marked by loss, betrayal, and suffering, and yet this darkness binds them together. Their loyalty to one another, despite their brutal actions, is a testament to the series' exploration of how pain and hardship can shape individuals, sometimes in ways that lead them down paths of destruction, but other times toward unexpected bonds of friendship and solidarity. It's a reminder that even in the deepest shadows, there is a possibility for connection. Fact 29. Kurapika's quest for vengeance against the Phantom Troop is driven by a deep sense of justice, yet it's also a journey of self-exploration. His need to avenge the massacre of his clan often clouds his judgment, leading him down a darker path. However, as he grows throughout the series, he learns that revenge is not as straightforward as it first seems. His internal struggle between justice and vengeance reveals the complexity of human emotion. The desire for retribution can be all consuming, but it is ultimately self destructive. Kurapika's journey reflects the difficult truth that justice, when pursued blindly, can be as dangerous as injustice. Fact 30. The Hunter x Hunter universe is filled with intricate power dynamics, and the Zoldyck family is a prime example of this. Each member of the family is a master of their own craft, from assassination to manipulation. Yet what makes the Zoldicks particularly intriguing is the way they challenge the concept of family loyalty. Killua's departure from the family to pursue his own path as a hunter is symbolic of the tension between personal freedom and familial obligation. It's a delicate balance, one that often leaves Killua torn between the expectations of his family and his own desire to choose his destiny. Fact 31. The Greed Island arc holds a unique place in Hunter x Hunter, as it is not just a journey through a game world, but a deep exploration of the bond between Gon and Killua. As they navigate the game's challenges, their friendship deepens, and they are forced to confront not just external dangers, but their own personal growth. The game itself is a metaphor for life, where the rules may seem arbitrary, but it's the choices you make within them that define who you are. It's here that both Gon and Killua realize the weight of their ambitions and dreams. Fact 32. The complexity of Hunter x Hunter lies in its refusal to offer simple answers to moral dilemmas. The Chimera Ant arc, for example, presents a profound philosophical inquiry into what makes someone good or evil. As Miriam, the Chimera Ant King, evolves from a heartless ruler to a more compassionate being, the audience is asked to reconsider the very nature of morality. Can a creature born from darkness change? And if so, does it redeem its past actions? These questions resonate throughout the arc, reminding us that morality is often far more fluid than we may think. Fact 33. Throughout the series, Togashi constantly reminds us that Hunter x Hunter is a story about more than just battles and power ups. It's a story about the emotional and psychological journeys that characters undergo. For example, Gon's journey is filled with moments of innocence and wonder, but also deep introspection. His character grows not just through external challenges, but through confronting his own desires, fears, and vulnerabilities. He is a reminder that growth doesn't always come from winning or achieving, but from understanding and accepting one's true self, flaws, and all. Fact 34. The power system of Nen is one of the most fascinating and intricate aspects of Hunter x Hunter. Nen abilities are tied to the user's personality, and this makes each ability unique. The system is divided into categories such as enhancement, manipulation, and transmutation, and each character's Nen reflects their inner self. For instance, Killua's ability to control electricity mirrors his calculated and quick-thinking personality, while Kurapika's chain abilities symbolize both his sense of justice and his desire to keep his emotions tethered. Nen is not just a power, it's a reflection of the soul. Fact 35. One of the most touching relationships in Hunter x Hunter is that between Gon and Killua. Though their personalities are very different, they share a deep, unspoken understanding. Killua, who comes from a family of assassins, has never truly known the warmth of friendship before meeting Gon. Gon, with his pure hearted nature, shows Killua the power of trust and loyalty. Their bond becomes the emotional core of the series, and it's a relationship that highlights the importance of vulnerability. In a world filled with danger, their friendship is one of the few constants, offering both strength and comfort. Fact 36: Hisoka's character is one of the most enigmatic in the series. His unpredictable nature and his obsession with strong opponents give him the aura of a villain, but his motivations are far more complex. Hisoka's desire to fight the strongest is not rooted in malice, but in his need to test his own limits. His interactions with Gon, though seemingly antagonistic, are filled with a strange kind of admiration. He sees in Gon not just a potential opponent, but a mirror of his own desires and needs. Hisoka's character is a reminder that not all antagonists are purely evil, they are often just driven by different desires. Fact 37: The Hunter exam arc is significant not just for introducing the main characters, but also for establishing the theme of perseverance. The candidates are tested on their physical abilities, but they're also asked to face their own fears, doubts, and limitations. The exam is symbolic of the journey of self discovery. The characters must push past their comfort zones and face the unknown. It's a quiet but powerful reminder that sometimes the greatest challenges we face are not external, but internal. Hunter x Hunter teaches us that growth is a constant process and that perseverance in the face of difficulty leads to transformation. Fact 38: One of the more philosophical aspects of Hunter x Hunter is its treatment of ambition and its consequences. Characters like Gon and Kurapika are driven by strong desires. Gon seeks to find his father, and Kurapika seeks revenge for the massacre of his clan. However, Hunter x Hunter shows that ambition, when unchecked, can lead to obsession. Gon's single minded pursuit of his father leads him down dangerous paths, while Kurapika's desire for vengeance often blinds him to other possibilities. The series explores how ambition, when balanced with empathy and self awareness, can lead to growth, but when unchecked, it can be destructive. Fact 39: The Phantom Troop are more than just villains in Hunter x Hunter. They represent the complexity of human nature. While they engage in ruthless acts of theft and violence, they are also portrayed as individuals with deep, often tragic motivations. Each member of the troop has a past filled with pain and loss, and their bond as a group is rooted in shared suffering. Togashi uses the troop to explore the idea that people are shaped by their experiences, and that even the most villainous characters can have layers of humanity that make them difficult to judge in simple terms. Fact 40: The Zoldyck family is one of the most intriguing aspects of Hunter x Hunter. Though they are known for their ruthless skills as assassins, the family is also depicted as being incredibly dysfunctional. Killua, the youngest member of the family, is a prime example of the emotional conflict that runs through the Zoldicks. Raised in an environment of strict discipline and violence, Killua's desire for freedom and his search for identity led him to rebel against his family. The Zoldicks represent the tension between familial loyalty and personal freedom, a theme that resonates deeply in the series. Fact 41: The Greed Island arc showcases the creativity and strategic thinking of Gon and Killua as they navigate a world designed like a game but filled with real danger. Each challenge in the game mirrors real life lessons: patience, critical thinking, and emotional resilience. Togashi carefully intertwines the adventure with personal growth, showing how characters learn about themselves as much as about the world around them. The game is a metaphor for life's unpredictability, where each decision carries weight, and where understanding oneself is just as important as mastering external challenges. It's a gentle reminder that growth often comes through play and exploration. Fact 42. Gon's journey to find his father, Ging, is as much an emotional odyssey as it is a physical one. Throughout the series, Gon is confronted with the reality that the world is far more complex and morally ambiguous than he initially believed. His father, who embodies both freedom and elusiveness, teaches Gon that life is full of choices with consequences, and that strength alone cannot guarantee happiness. Gon's search is symbolic of the universal quest for understanding and connection, reminding us that the people we seek are often mirrors for our own growth and self discovery, and that journeys of the heart are never simple. Fact 43. Kurapika's scarlet eyes are a powerful visual and symbolic element within Hunter x Hunter. When activated, they reflect not only the intensity of his emotions, but also the weight of his clan's history. Each use of his Nen ability brings him closer to his goal of vengeance, while simultaneously reminding him of the cost to his own humanity. Kurapika's eyes serve as a quiet meditation on how grief and loss shape our actions. Togashi uses this motif to explore the delicate balance between justice and obsession, showing that even the most noble intentions can become burdensome if pursued without care or reflection. Fact 44. The Chimera Ant arc delves into themes of identity, morality, and the nature of humanity. The Chimera ants, initially depicted as monsters, gradually develop human emotions, desires, and moral complexity. Through their transformation, Togashi examines what it means to be human and whether morality is inherent or learned. Characters such as Miriam, the Chimera Ant King, grapple with questions of love, power, and purpose, highlighting the series' philosophical depth. The arc gently challenges viewers to consider empathy and understanding, even for those who may initially appear monstrous, emphasizing the nuanced spectrum of existence and the possibility of growth in all beings. Fact 45. Killua's journey is a testament to the struggle for personal freedom against the weight of familial expectation. Born into the infamous Zoldyck family of assassins, Killua is trained from a young age to obey, excel, and kill without hesitation. Yet his friendship with Gon opens a new path, one filled with choice, agency, and emotional growth. Killua's internal conflict between loyalty to his family and the desire to forge his own destiny underscores a recurring theme in Hunter x Hunter. That true strength comes not merely from physical ability, but from the courage to define oneself and pursue a path aligned with one's own heart. Fact 46. Hisoka's fascination with powerful opponents is a reflection of his deeper need to experience intensity and the unknown. Unlike typical villains, Hisoka thrives on anticipation, unpredictability, and the psychological interplay of combat. His obsession with Gon is particularly significant. Gon represents untapped potential and the thrill of challenge, which fascinates and drives Hisoka simultaneously. Togashi portrays Hisoka not as a one-dimensional antagonist, but as a study in desire, risk, and self-expression. Hisoka reminds us that human motivations are often layered and that the pursuit of something beyond oneself, whether power, understanding, or excitement can be as compelling as any physical battle. Fact 47. The Phantom Troop's intricately interwoven backstories add depth to their actions, portraying them as a collective shaped by trauma, loyalty, and shared purpose. While their crimes are undeniable, each member carries personal motivations and vulnerabilities that invite contemplation. Togashi's storytelling avoids simplistic moral judgments, showing that the troop's unity and bonds are born from the pain of isolation and the search for belonging. In doing so, the series explores the human tendency to find connection and meaning even in the darkest circumstances, and illustrates that understanding the why behind actions is often as important as seeing the actions themselves. Fact 48. The Hunter exam tests more than physical strength. It examines character, judgment, and emotional intelligence. Candidates are often faced with dilemmas requiring moral choice, cooperation, and creative problem solving. The exam's challenges are designed not just to assess skills, but to reveal the inner qualities of each participant. Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio each navigate these tests in ways that illuminate their personalities, strengths, and vulnerabilities. Togashi uses the exam as a microcosm for life itself. That true growth emerges not from simply completing tasks, but from reflection, adaptability, and the cultivation of empathy and self awareness. Fact 49. Nen, as a system, embodies the intimate connection between energy, emotion, and identity. Each user's abilities are unique manifestations of their personality and desires, reflecting not just who they are, but who they could become. For instance, Kurapika's chains symbolize restraint, precision, and the focused pursuit of justice, while Killua's lightning abilities mirror his swift thinking and adaptability. Togashi's nuanced approach transforms Nen from a mere combat tool into a narrative device that explores growth, potential, and the moral implications of power. In doing so, Nen becomes a mirror reflecting the inner workings of each character in the series. Fact 50. The interplay of friendship and rivalry in Hunter x Hunter forms the emotional backbone of the story. Gon and Killua's bond is central. It is a relationship rooted in trust, mutual understanding, and shared growth. Through their adventures, they push one another to confront fears, expand abilities, and discover truths about themselves. This relationship highlights the series' subtle exploration of human connection, how people shape one another, challenge each other, and provide support, even amidst danger. In Hunter x Hunter, friendship is not a simple comfort. It is an active, transformative force that shapes character, guides choices, and deepens the journey of self-discovery. Fact 51. The Zoldyck family arc is a pivotal moment in the series, revealing the key's complex dynamics of family, control, and freedom. Killua, raised in an environment that values strength over all else, is torn between his desire for freedom and the expectations of his family. His escape is symbolic of the universal struggle to define oneself apart from the weight of one's origins. The Zoldicks, though powerful and influential, are also prisoners of their own rigid beliefs, and Killua's eventual rebellion represents the power of personal choice, the ability to carve one's own path, regardless of the chains that may bind them. Fact 52. Throughout Hunter x Hunter, we witness the characters' evolving relationships with the concept of power. For some, power is a means of survival. For others, it's a way to control their environment or assert dominance. But for Gon, The pursuit of power is ultimately tied to his emotional growth. His abilities, particularly in the later arcs, reflect his unyielding determination to understand his own limits. The series delicately examines the idea that true power is not just about strength, but about the wisdom to wield it responsibly and the emotional maturity to know when to let go. Fact 53: the concept of growth is explored throughout Hunter x Hunter, and perhaps no character exemplifies this more than Killua. Killua's transformation from a cold hearted assassin to a compassionate, self aware individual is a slow and deliberate process. His relationship with Gon serves as both a catalyst and a mirror for his growth. With each challenge, Killua moves closer to understanding who he wants to be, away from his family's oppressive control. His journey is a reminder that growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a continuous process of self discovery, one step at a time, often aided by the connections we form along the way. Fact 54: the Chimera Ant arc is a stark meditation on the nature of humanity. The Chimera Ants, in their quest to evolve and become stronger, embody the darker aspects of human nature: greed, cruelty, and an insatiable desire for power. However, their evolution into more human like beings forces both the characters and the audience to question the boundaries between monstrosity and humanity. Miriam, the Chimera Ant King, in particular, experiences an emotional and philosophical evolution, challenging our assumptions about morality and redemption. This arc asks a difficult question: what makes someone truly human? And can change be enough to redeem a life filled with violence? Fact 55: Hisoka's role in the series is both unpredictable and compelling. He is a character whose motivations are often shrouded in mystery. His obsession with finding opponents who can truly challenge him reflects his need to constantly test his own limits. Hisoka's interactions with Gon reveal his complex nature. He sees in Gon not just a potential rival, but a source of excitement and personal growth. Hisoka's constant shifting between ally and antagonist is a reminder that human motivations are rarely black and white. Even those who appear purely antagonistic can be driven by deeper, more nuanced desires and needs. Fact 56: one of the recurring themes in Hunter x Hunter is the idea that true strength lies not in physical prowess, but in emotional resilience and the ability to adapt. The characters are often pushed to their limits, both physically and mentally, yet their greatest moments of growth come when they confront their inner fears and insecurities. Gon and Killua's friendship, for instance, is not just based on shared experiences, but on the quiet understanding that they are both, in their own ways, searching for something deeper. This bond becomes the emotional heart of the series, reminding us that true strength is forged through vulnerability and trust. Fact 57: the Heaven's Arena arc is a critical moment of self discovery for both Gon and Killua. In the arena, they are forced to confront not just other fighters, but their own limitations. This arc emphasizes the importance of understanding oneself, both in terms of strengths and weaknesses. While Gon's pure hearted determination is his greatest strength, Killua's intellectual prowess and quick thinking often give him the edge. Together, they balance each other out, demonstrating the power of teamwork and the importance of complementing one another's abilities. The arena serves as a space for them to not only test their skills, but their personal growth as well. Fact 58: the Hunter exam itself is a microcosm of the larger journey the characters will undertake throughout the series. The challenges presented during the exam are designed to test not just physical strength, but also mental fortitude and moral integrity. This is where we first see the nuances of the main characters' personalities: Gon's innocent and unwavering resolve, Kilua's quiet intelligence, Kurapika's sense of justice, and Leorio's desire to help others. Each candidate is tested in ways that reveal their character and their potential, setting the stage for the growth they will undergo as they face even greater challenges ahead. Fact 59: Hunter x Hunter is a story that challenges the traditional notions of heroism and villainy. Characters who are initially seen as villains, such as Hisoka or the Phantom Troop, are given complex motivations and backstories that challenge us to view them from different perspectives. Togashi's writing refuses to label characters as simply good or evil. Instead, he invites the audience to understand the complexity of human nature, where actions are often driven by past trauma, deep desires, and internal conflicts. This philosophical approach encourages us to question our assumptions about morality and to embrace the shades of gray in every person's story. Fact 60: One of the most heartbreaking moments in Hunter x Hunter is when Gon faces the consequences of his single-minded pursuit of his father. In his desperation, Gon makes a devastating choice that forever changes his destiny. This moment is a stark reminder that even the purest of intentions can lead to dark places when they are pursued without balance. Gon's growth comes from this realization that the pursuit of one's goals should never come at the expense of one's humanity. In this, Hunter x Hunter teaches that the journey of self-discovery is not just about finding what you want, but understanding what you are willing to sacrifice to get it. Fact 61: The Dark Continent is an ever-present mystery that looms over the series, not yet fully explored, but teased as a vast and treacherous land filled with unimagined dangers and untapped potential. It represents the frontier of human knowledge and ambition, a place where the known world ends and the unknown begins. This arc, when it eventually unfolds, will not only test the physical limits of the characters, but also challenge the philosophical boundaries of their understanding. The Dark Continent serves as a quiet metaphor for all that lies beyond our comprehension and the risks we must take to discover it. Fact 62: Kurapika's character arc is deeply tied to his personal sense of duty, his history, and the emotional burden of revenge. His quest to avenge the massacre of his clan, the Kurta clan, initially fuels his every action, driving him to intense isolation and obsession. However, as the series progresses, Kurapika begins to realize that his need for vengeance is becoming his defining characteristic, and it risks consuming him entirely. His struggle between justice and obsession is a profound exploration of how grief can shape our decisions and how personal loss can sometimes cloud the clarity of moral purpose. Fact 63: The Hunter exam arc not only serves as the starting point for Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio's journey, but it also introduces the idea that becoming a hunter is more than just acquiring a title. It's about gaining freedom and the ability to explore the world on one's own terms. The challenges during the exam are not about brute strength, but about mental and emotional resilience. The candidates must outsmart, outlast, and prove their worthiness through trials that demand creative thinking, teamwork, and personal growth, setting the stage for the character driven exploration of values that runs throughout the entire series. Fact 64: one of the most profound aspects of Hunter x Hunter is its exploration of the nature of identity. Many characters struggle with defining who they are in a world filled with expectations and hidden motives. Gon, for example, initially defines himself by his quest to find his father, but as his journey unfolds, he learns that identity is not solely shaped by external goals. It is the internal journey, how we evolve, what we learn from our relationships, and how we reconcile our past and present that truly shapes us. Hunter Chachistis. Hunter beautifully illustrates that identity is a constantly shifting and evolving construct. Fact 65: the Chimera Ant arc is a haunting meditation on the fragility of life and the impermanence of all things. The arc's exploration of Maram, the Chimera Ant King, provides a poignant commentary on what it means to be human. Despite being born from the cruelty of war and violence, Miriam undergoes a deep transformation, gradually questioning his actions and seeking redemption. His journey from tyrant to someone capable of love and self reflection challenges the notion of inherent evil and forces the viewer to confront difficult questions about the capacity for change and the true meaning of humanity. Fact 66: Hisoka's character is a masterclass in unpredictability. He is both playful and terrifying, charismatic yet dangerous, and his motivations remain elusive for much of the series. His desire to seek out the strongest opponents speaks to a deeper yearning for meaning and excitement in his life, a pursuit of challenge that goes beyond mere combat. Hisoka thrives on chaos, testing the boundaries of those around him, especially Gon. Their relationship is complex. While Hisoka admires Gon's potential, he is also a constant reminder of the darker, more selfish aspects of desire. His character emphasizes that the path of self actualization can be both thrilling and destructive. Fact 67: the concept of Nen in Hunter x Hunter is both intricate and deeply reflective of the character's internal worlds. Nen abilities are not just external powers, they are extensions of the user's personality, reflecting their deepest desires, fears, and beliefs. Killua's ability to control electricity, for instance, is symbolic of his quick thinking and ability to adapt, while Kurapika's chains are tied to his need for justice and the painful memories of his clan. Nen allows Hunter x Hunter to transcend the typical power system and delve into the psychological and emotional landscape of each character, making every battle a personal reflection. Fact 68: the Phantom Troop are perhaps the most morally ambiguous group in Hunter x Hunter. While they are undoubtedly ruthless and deadly, their actions are not always driven by malice. The troop is a family of sorts, bound together by shared trauma, loyalty, and a sense of belonging. Their dark actions are often a reflection of their past suffering and a twisted sense of solidarity. Through characters like Crollo Lucilfer and Kurapika, the series examines the thin line between justice and vengeance, making it clear that those we consider villains may also have their own complex reasons for acting the way they do. Fact 69: Leorio, often the comic relief in Hunter x Hunter, reveals a deeper emotional depth as the series progresses. Initially driven by his desire to become a doctor and help people, Leorio's journey is one of growth and self realization. His motivations evolve over time as he develops stronger bonds with his friends, especially Gon and Killua. Leorio's Character reminds us that strength is not just about physical prowess, but about emotional resilience, loyalty, and the capacity to act selflessly. His personal journey mirrors the series' overarching theme that true growth often comes from self awareness and the willingness to change for the better. Fact 70: the theme of self discovery is central to the character arcs of Gon and Killua. Both start their journeys in search of external goals, Gon seeking his father and Killua fleeing from his family. Yet as they grow, they come to realize that the path they are on is also about understanding themselves. Killua, especially, learns that true freedom comes not from escaping his family, but from embracing his own identity and abilities. Gon, too, is forced to confront the limitations of his single minded quest for his father, ultimately learning that the journey of self discovery is more important than the goal itself. Fact 71: the concept of family in Hunter x Hunter is explored in both literal and metaphorical ways. Killua's relationship with his family is one of the most poignant examples, as he is raised by a family of assassins who demand complete loyalty and submission. Yet it's his bond with Gon that ultimately teaches him the meaning of unconditional love and personal freedom. Killua's emotional growth is a testament to the idea that family is not just about blood ties, but about the connections we choose to nurture and the people who support us in our journey toward self discovery. Fact 72: the Hunter exam serves as more than just a rite of passage for aspiring hunters. It is a symbol of the trials that one must face in life. Each obstacle challenges the candidates, not just physically, but morally, emotionally, and intellectually. As the candidates face these trials, they are forced to confront their innermost fears and desires. Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio all come to understand that the true test is not about defeating others, but about mastering oneself. The lessons learned during the exam echo throughout the series, reminding us that growth often comes through challenges that test our character. Fact 73: Miriam, the Chimera Ant King, is one of the most complex characters in the series, embodying the theme of transformation and redemption. Born from violence and cruelty, Miriam's evolution over the course of the Chimera Ant arc is one of the most tragic and beautiful arcs in Hunter x Hunter. His interactions with humans, particularly his bond with Komugi, a blind girl, reveal his capacity for change. Through Miriam's growth, Togashi asks a profound question: can even the most brutal being find redemption, or are we defined forever by our past actions? Miriam's story suggests that change is always possible. Fact 74: the Chimera Ant arc is also a reflection on the nature of power and the consequences it has on the individual and society. The Chimera Ants, initially seen as a force of destruction, become more complex as they gain human like characteristics. The narrative shifts from a simple fight for survival to a philosophical meditation on how power can corrupt, how society defines morality, and how individuals can either rise above their circumstances or succumb to them. This arc challenges the viewers to reconsider how power is used in the real world, reminding us that with great power comes great responsibility and moral ambiguity. Fact 75: Hisoka's unpredictability makes him one of the most intriguing characters in Hunter x Hunter. He is not a conventional villain. His motivations are driven by the thrill of battle and the excitement of testing his own limits. Hisoka's obsession with fighting strong opponents, especially Gon, goes beyond mere rivalry. It is a quest for personal meaning and validation. His character asks us to consider the role that unpredictability plays in our own lives. Sometimes, the quest for excitement and challenge can lead us to make dangerous choices, yet Hisoka's refusal to conform to any moral standard reveals the complexity of human desire. Fact 76. Nen, the power system in Hunter x Hunter, is not only a central plot device, but also a means of deepening the story's exploration of identity and personal growth. Each Nen ability reflects a character's internal world, their desires, fears, and emotions. This is most clearly illustrated in the fandom troop, where each member's Nen ability is deeply connected to their past experiences. The system itself is symbolic. It is about understanding and mastering oneself, not just controlling external power. In this way, Nen is a metaphor for the journey of self discovery, showing that the true power lies in knowing who you are. Fact 77. Kurapika's chains are one of the most distinctive and symbolic elements in Hunter x Hunter. These chains, which represent both his need for justice and the painful memories of his clan's destruction, are not just tools of power, but extensions of his emotional and moral struggles. Each chain has a specific function, reflecting Kurapika's complex personality. One chain is designed for offense, another for defense, while another is used to restrain his own emotions. These chains serve as a constant reminder that power is not just about strength, it is about understanding and controlling the forces within oneself. Fact 78. The Hunter x Hunter series is full of characters who, despite their vast differences, are all connected by the pursuit of something greater than themselves. Gon seeks to find his father, Killua seeks freedom from his family, Kurapika seeks justice for his clan, and Leorio seeks to become a doctor. Each character's journey is deeply personal, yet they all intersect and influence one another's growth. This theme of interconnectedness is central to the series, suggesting that the pursuit of individual goals is not a solitary journey. Instead, our growth often comes from the relationships we build along the way. Fact 79. One of the most powerful moments in Hunter x Hunter is when Gon reaches the depths of his emotional struggle, resulting in a moment of self-destruction. After the loss of his father figure, Mito, and the betrayal of his own desires, Gon makes an impulsive decision that has grave consequences. This moment is a harsh reminder of the emotional toll that unchecked ambition and longing can have. Through this, Hunter x Hunter teaches us that pursuing a goal without fully understanding its costs can lead us to lose a part of ourselves. It is a turning point for Gon's emotional maturity. Fact 80. The theme of sacrifice runs deep in Hunter x Hunter, especially in the Chimera Ant arc. Characters like Gon and Killua are forced to make difficult choices that require personal sacrifice. Gon, in particular, faces the consequences of his decisions as he sacrifices his own well-being in pursuit of his father. His emotional journey through this arc is marked by a deepening understanding of sacrifice's true meaning, that it is not just about giving up something material, but also about confronting the emotional, moral, and psychological costs that come with each decision. It is an exploration of self-awareness and the complex nature of choice. Fact 81. The Chimera Ant arc is not just a story of conflict, but also a deep reflection on the nature of life and death. Characters in the arc, like Miriam, experience the full spectrum of existence, from birth and innocence to understanding love, loss, and mortality. The arc explores how beings, even those created for destruction, can evolve beyond their origins. This mirrors the human experience, where growth often comes through the acceptance of our own limitations. In Hunter x Hunter, life is shown as a fragile, transient thing, and the choices we make along the way define who we truly are. Fact 82: Killua's growth throughout Hunter x Hunter is often portrayed in subtle ways, particularly in his relationship with his family. Coming from a background where love was a foreign concept and survival was paramount, Killua's journey is a painful yet beautiful one as he begins to understand what it means to love and be loved. His friendship with Gon is pivotal in this transformation, teaching him to open his heart and embrace vulnerability. Killua's story shows that true strength isn't found in escape or rebellion alone, but in the courage to care for others and allow oneself to be cared for. Fact 83: Gon's journey is one of pure, almost childlike innocence at the start of the series, but his path becomes far more complex as he faces the realities of the world. He enters the world of hunters with the hope of finding his father, Ging, believing that this search will provide him with the answers he seeks. However, as Gon grows and learns, he discovers that his quest is not just about reuniting with his father, it is about understanding himself. His development throughout the series highlights the key to painful but necessary process of growing up and learning that life's answers are not always clear cut. Fact 84: Kurapika is often seen as the emotional anchor of the group. While Gon and Killua push forward in search of adventure, and Leorio pursues his dream of becoming a doctor, Kurapika's motivation is driven by vengeance and justice. His quest for revenge against the Phantom Troop is not simply about personal revenge, it is about avenging his fallen clan, the Kurta clan, whose unique eyes were exploited by the troop. Kurapika's sense of duty and righteousness often leads him down a lonely and dangerous path, but it also forces him to confront the complexity of justice and what it means to be truly moral in a world of ambiguity. Fact 85: The Phantom Troop is an iconic group within Hunter x Hunter, known for their ruthless and chaotic actions. Yet the series portrays them not as simple villains, but as multifaceted individuals driven by personal motivations and histories. Their loyalty to one another, born from shared suffering and loss, complicates their role as antagonists. While they are criminals, their actions are deeply personal and motivated by pain, survival, and the need for belonging. Hunter x Hunter blurs the lines between hero and villain, urging viewers to reconsider the nature of loyalty, morality, and the personal struggles that define each character. Fact 86: Hisoka's unpredictable nature serves as a reflection of the chaos inherent in life itself. While he seems driven by a love for combat and a desire to face only the strongest opponents, Hisoka's deeper motivations remain shrouded in mystery. He is both a source of danger and a catalyst for growth, particularly for Gon. Hisoka sees in Gon a potential rival, but he also represents the darker aspects of desire, the pursuit of personal excitement and challenge at the cost of everything else. Hisoka's character reminds us of the dangerous allure of thrill-seeking and the seductive nature of unpredictability in a world that often feels out of control. Fact 87: Nen's complexity is what makes it one of the most captivating power systems in all of anime. Unlike typical battle-focused abilities, Nen is deeply tied to the character's emotions, personalities, and life experiences. Each Nen ability is unique to its user, reflecting their inner world. This connection between power and identity makes Nen not just a tool for combat, but a deeply personal journey of self discovery. The system is layered and multifaceted, with the potential for growth, change, and even self sabotage, depending on how a character understands and controls their own Nen. This makes every battle not only a test of strength, but of willpower and identity. Fact 88: The Hunter's X Hunter series is as much about the emotional and psychological struggles of its characters as it is about their physical adventures. For example, Leorio's dream of becoming a doctor is not just about, career. It is rooted in his desire to help others, and perhaps to redeem the pain he feels from his past. Leorio's journey is a reminder that true strength is often found not in physical power, but in compassion, empathy, and the ability to care for others. In a world full of danger and hardship, Leorio's steady pursuit of his dream highlights the power of kindness and perseverance. Fact 89: The relationship between Gon and Killua is at the heart of Hunter x Hunter, and it evolves over time, deepening with every challenge they face together. Though their paths often diverge, especially as Killua struggles with his family's expectations, their bond remains unshaken. This friendship is built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. While Gon's optimism often pushes Killua to take risks and grow, Killua's sharp intellect and protective nature serve as a grounding influence on Gon. Their partnership teaches us the importance of both emotional vulnerability and mental resilience in forming meaningful, transformative relationships. Fact 90: The Heaven's Arena arc is a key moment for both Gon and Killua, marking their first true exposure to the world of combat beyond the hunter exam. The arena serves as both a literal battleground and a metaphor for the journey ahead. It is here that the boys begin to grasp the scale of the world they have entered, where strength is not just a measure of physical ability, but of character. The battles in the arena are as much about testing one's resolve and belief in oneself as they are about defeating an opponent. This arc is a crucial step in their maturation. Fact 91: The Chimera Ant arc is perhaps the most emotionally challenging segment of Hunter x Hunter, offering a deep examination of what it means to be human. The Chimera Ants, especially Miriam, evolve into complex beings that raise difficult questions about morality, empathy, and redemption. Miriam's growth from a ruthless king to a being capable of love and self sacrifice is one of the series' most poignant moments. Through Miriam's transformation, Togashi invites the viewer to reconsider what defines a monster, whether it is their actions, their intentions, or their capacity for change. This arc is a meditation on the possibility of redemption and the power of personal transformation. Fact 92: Gon's unwavering optimism, especially in the early parts of the series, is both a strength and a weakness. His desire to find his father is pure, but it blinds him to the harsh realities of the world around him. This blind optimism pushes him to take risks that often lead to personal suffering and loss. It isn't until Gon faces the consequences of his decisions that he begins to understand the true weight of his pursuit. His emotional journey mirrors the growth we all experience as we learn that life is often more complex than we first perceive, and that our choices have deep consequences. Fact 93: Killua's complexity as a Character comes from his internal struggle between his upbringing as an assassin and his desire to live a life of freedom. Throughout the series, Killua is confronted by his own fears, particularly his fear of his family and his fear of becoming like them. His eventual growth is marked by his ability to confront these fears and make choices that reflect his true self. Killua's journey is one of breaking free from the past and realizing that true freedom comes not from running away, but from accepting who he is and choosing his own path in life. Fact 94: the Phantom Troop is a fascinating example of moral ambiguity in Hunter x Hunter. Though the troop is composed of criminals responsible for countless atrocities, their deep bonds of loyalty and mutual respect create a sense of camaraderie that humanizes them. Each member, from Crollo to Uvogin, carries a tragic backstory that helps explain their motivations and choices. This layered portrayal of the troop invites the audience to see them not as simple villains, but as individuals shaped by their own trauma and experiences. Togashi's portrayal of the troop encourages us to reflect on how our own past shapes our present actions. Fact 95: Nen as a system is one of the most profound aspects of Hunter x Hunter. It represents the deep connection between a person's willpower, emotions, and abilities. Unlike other power systems, Nen requires not just strength or skill, but a deep understanding of oneself. A person's Nen ability reflects their personality, their deepest desires, and even their flaws. Through the Nen system, Hunter x Hunter explores the idea that true power comes from within, and that mastery of one's own mind and emotions is often the key to overcoming the most difficult challenges in life. Fact 96: the Zoldyck family arc reveals the deeply ingrained psychological damage that comes from a life of violence and manipulation. Killua's family, led by his father Silva and his mother Kikyo, are some of the most feared assassins in the world, yet their bond is twisted by control and fear. Killua's relationship with his family is a profound exploration of how toxic environments can stunt emotional growth, forcing him to choose between the legacy of his family and his desire for freedom. Killua's journey of emotional growth is in many ways a rebellion against his family's expectations, as he strives to define himself on his own terms. Fact 97: Kurapika's strength comes not from physical power, but from his unyielding sense of justice and his determination to right the wrongs of his past. His quest for vengeance against the Phantom Troop is not about personal gain, but about protecting the memory of his fallen clan. Kurapika's emotional depth and unwavering commitment to his mission make him one of the most relatable and morally complex characters in Hunter x Hunter. His struggle to balance justice with compassion and his internal conflict between revenge and forgiveness is a deeply human story about the complexity of morality and the weight of loss. Fact 98: the Hunter exam serves as a symbolic entry point into the larger narrative of Hunter x Hunter. While it's an intense test of physical and mental ability, it's also a journey of self-discovery for Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio. The exam challenges them in ways that reveal their deepest qualities: Gon's pure heart, Killua's intellect, Kurapika's sense of duty, and Leorio's unwavering compassion. These qualities are tested repeatedly throughout the series, reminding the characters and the audience that the true meaning of being a hunter is not just about physical prowess, but about understanding one's own limits and values. Fact 99: the idea of friendship is central to Hunter x Hunter, and the deep, often understated bond between Gon and Killua is the emotional core of the series. Their friendship is one of mutual respect and emotional support, and it allows both of them to grow beyond the limitations imposed by their pasts. Though Gon and Killua face different challenges and develop in different ways, their loyalty to each other remains constant. Their friendship teaches us that true companions not only help us grow, but also allow us to discover parts of ourselves that might have otherwise remained hidden. Fact 100. The themes of identity and self discovery are at the heart of Hunter x Hunter. Each character, from Gon to Killua to Kurapika, embarks on a journey to understand who they truly are in a world filled with uncertainty and danger. As they navigate their individual challenges, they come to understand that their identities are not fixed, but constantly evolving. The series teaches us that the search for who we are is an ongoing process, and that growth often comes from embracing our flaws, confronting our fears, and understanding that our identities are shaped by the choices we make. Fact 101. The role of the Hunter Association. The Hunter Association is a pillar in the world of Hunter x Hunter, embodying the delicate balance between order and chaos. It serves as the governing body, overseeing the hunters who venture out into the world, each seeking their own purpose, whether it be fame, wealth, or a more personal, profound reason. The association itself remains an enigmatic force, its intentions often unclear, making it both a source of power and a complex labyrinth of politics and ideals. Yet amidst this organization lies a deeper sense of connection, as the hunters who belong to it form bonds that surpass their individual goals, giving us a quiet reflection on the nature of community and purpose. Fact 102. The hidden meanings of Hunter 6x Hunter's world building. The world of Hunter x Hunter is richly layered, with each setting offering more than just a backdrop for adventure. Every corner of Togashi's universe carries significance, from the deep, mysterious forests of the Dark Continent to the bustling, chaotic streets of York New City. Each locale is designed with a subtle message, reflecting the complex moral dilemmas faced by the characters who wander through them. The beauty lies in the small details, an old building with a forgotten story, a hidden symbol carved into stone, or the whispers of past events that linger in the air. These layers invite us to pause and consider the profound interconnections of place and time. Fact 103. The role of silence in storytelling. Togashi's use of silence in Hunter x Hunter is nothing short of masterful. In a world filled with intense battles, psychological conflicts, and emotional turmoil, there is a quiet space that often feels just as significant as the loudest moments. The absence of sound, whether in a tense standoff, a solemn reflection, or an unexpected pause, deepens the gravity of the situation. It provides space for the viewer to contemplate, breathe, and feel the weight of the story. Silence in Togashi's hands becomes a character in itself, urging us to listen to what's left unsaid and to appreciate the quiet beauty in every unfolding moment. Fact 104. Togashi's relationship with Fantasy Hunter x Hunter exists at the intersection of fantasy and realism, but it is Togashi's unique relationship with the genre that sets the story apart. He doesn't adhere strictly to the expectations of fantasy. Instead, he molds it into a space that feels both familiar and strange. Characters wield powers that stretch the imagination, Nen abilities that allow for infinite possibilities. yet the world remains grounded in human emotion, choice, and consequence. Togashi's approach to fantasy is introspective, often exploring the ways in which fantastical elements mirror the inner workings of the human soul, questioning the very nature of power, freedom, and destiny. Fact 105: the complex relationships between the Zoldyck family. The Zoldyck family, one of the most formidable families in Hunter x Hunter, is a reflection of the complex web of family dynamics and power and control. Each member, from the cold and calculating Silva to the enigmatic Aluka, offers a unique perspective on what it means to belong to such an influential family. Their relationships, filled with tension, affection, and unspoken understanding, are laced with both love and fear. The family's secrecy, combined with the dangerous power they wield, invites us to explore the themes of inheritance, both of bloodlines and of values, and the weight of legacy that binds them. Fact 106: the influence of older anime on Hunter x Hunter Togashi, much like his characters, has drawn inspiration from the past, blending older anime and manga influences into the tapestry of Hunter x Hunter. The classic storytelling traditions of shonen anime, coupled with more mature psychological undertones, create a unique fusion. It's as if each arc is a delicate dance between the nostalgia of older stories and the bold, unpredictable nature of modern storytelling. In this, Togashi pays homage to the pioneers of anime while also paving his own path, crafting something that feels timeless and yet entirely new. Fact 107: how the manga evolved from its early drafts. The journey of Hunter x Hunter, from its initial drafts to the form we know today, is one of quiet evolution. Early concepts were filled with different character designs, plot lines, and ideas that didn't fully come to life until Togashi's deeper exploration of the world. The initial focus on action and adventure gradually deepened into more philosophical and psychological territories, with characters becoming more complex, morally ambiguous, and emotionally layered. Togashi's willingness to adapt, change, and grow as a creator mirrors the very journeys of his characters, who themselves must evolve as they confront new challenges and realizations. Fact 108: the psychology behind Killua's growth and choices. Killua's transformation from a cold, calculating assassin to a character of profound depth and warmth is a poignant exploration of growth, friendship, and the struggle for identity. Raised in an environment where emotions were suppressed, his journey is one of discovering his own humanity. As Killua's relationship with Gon deepens, so does his understanding of his own desires, fears, and limits. His struggle between the constraints of his upbringing and his growing sense of self is a quiet but powerful reflection on the tension between who we are and who we want to become. Fact 109: the complexity of Hisoka's character. Hisoka stands as one of the most fascinatingly complex characters in Hunter x Hunter. His eccentricity, flamboyance, and unpredictable nature mask a deeper psychological complexity that is slowly revealed throughout the series. Hisoka is driven by a desire for excitement, yet beneath his playful demeanor lies a profound obsession with power and the thrill of battle. His relationship with Gon, and later with other characters, remains a curious blend of admiration and rivalry, one that constantly challenges the viewer to question the nature of desire, self-expression, and the concept of a true villain. Fact 110: the symbolism behind the Dark Continent expedition. The Dark Continent is perhaps the most mysterious and tantalizing aspect of Hunter x Hunter's universe. It represents the unknown, the place where the boundaries of knowledge and civilization are stretched to their limits. In this uncharted land, dangerous creatures, ancient civilizations, and hidden treasures wait to be discovered. Yet more than just a physical location, the Dark Continent symbolizes the pursuit of knowledge, the human desire to reach beyond the known, and the perilous journey of self discovery. It echoes the theme of exploration, not only of the world, but of one's own limits and fears. Fact 111: the complex relationships between the Zoldyck family. The Zoldyck family stands as one of the most fascinating and formidable forces in Hunter XX Hunter. Beneath their cold, calculating exterior lies a web of complex relationships, full of unspoken dynamics and hidden affections. The family's icy patriarch, Silva, oversees his children with a stern but deeply protective manner, while his wife, Kikyo, shares an enigmatic, almost mysterious connection with their children. However, it's Killua's personal journey that truly unravels the essence of this family. Despite their cruel and dangerous reputation, the Zoldicks embody the paradox of love intertwined with fear, loyalty interspersed with distrust, and power clashing with vulnerability. Their connection to each other and their twisted love shapes their identities, especially as Killua yearns for freedom from his upbringing. This family is a haunting exploration of how bloodlines and power influence one's sense of self, identity, and purpose. Fact 112: the influence of older anime on Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter draws heavily from the legacy of older anime and manga, blending traditional influences with its unique narrative. There are clear nods to the classics, such as Dragon Ball Z in its action sequences, and Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind in its world building and themes of environmentalism. Togashi's subtle nods to these beloved works reveal a deep reverence for the genre's roots, but his storytelling surpasses traditional expectations. Hunter x Hunter dares to dive into mature and introspective territory with characters that are more complex and situations that are more morally ambiguous than the typical shonen story. The delicate balance between adventure, action, and philosophical musings allows Hunter x Hunter to stand apart as a modern anime with deep connections to its roots. The show's capacity to challenge genre conventions is reflective of Togashi's mastery as he constantly pushes the boundaries of what anime can explore. Fact 113: how the manga evolved from its early drafts. Hunter x Hunter evolved tremendously from its early drafts to the polished work it is today. Togashi, initially focusing on action and adventure, slowly deepened the emotional and philosophical layers of the story. Early drafts were full of fleeting characters and arcs that felt somewhat disconnected, but over time, Togashi's vision sharpened. Themes like morality, identity, and the nature of ambition began to take root, and characters transformed from simple archetypes to multidimensional figures with unique struggles and desires. What once was a journey centered on Gon's quest for his father gradually morphed into a profound exploration of the human condition. Togashi's subtle adjustments to plot lines and character growth reflect a deepening understanding of both the world he created and the characters who populate it. This quiet, deliberate transformation marks the unique beauty of the series, as it reveals itself to be far more than just a tale of adventure. Fact 114: the psychology behind Killua's growth and choices. Killua's journey from a prodigious assassin to a young boy seeking a path of kindness and understanding is one of Hunter x Hunter's most delicate and poignant threads. Born into the Zoldyck family, Killua was trained to kill, raised with cruelty and cold indifference. However, his journey with Gon and the gradual exposure to kindness and true friendship transformed him. As the story unfolds, we witness Killua's internal battle, the desire for freedom, yet the pull of his family's expectations. His choices reflect a psychological evolution from fear and self doubt to a quiet but growing sense of self worth. Killua's growth represents the deep, human struggle of reconciling past trauma with the hope for a different future. His choices mirror the quiet decisions we all make in life as we search for a sense of belonging and purpose in a world that can feel overwhelming. Fact 115. The complexity of Hisoka's character. Hisoka is one of Hunter x Hunter's most enigmatic characters, a figure whose layers are gradually peeled away throughout the series. At first glance, Hisoka appears to be a whimsical, unpredictable character, driven by a desire for excitement and challenge. Yet beneath his playful exterior lies a dark and deeply psychological mind. His fascination with Gon, which fluctuates between admiration and competition, is a central element of Hisoka's character. He is a man ruled by his desires, but those desires transcend mere pleasure. Hisoka's thirst for battle and power is also his desire to feel truly alive, to test his own boundaries, and to confront his own mortality. In this sense, Hisoka is a symbol of the human struggle to find meaning in chaos, to face one's darkest desires without succumbing to them. His presence in the series forces the viewer to question not only his motives, but their own relationship with power, chaos, and control. Fact 116. The symbolism behind the Dark Continent expedition. The Dark Continent in Hunter x Hunter is more than just a dangerous, unexplored land. It is a symbol of the unknown and the human thirst for discovery. The expedition itself represents mankind's relentless desire to reach beyond the known world, to seek out new lands, new knowledge, and new dangers. It is a metaphor for life's greatest pursuits, where the boundary between progress and peril is often razor thin. The Dark Continent's mysteries invite the characters to confront their deepest fears, whether it be the loss of innocence, the inevitability of death, or the consequences of overreaching. This land is filled with secrets, and it echoes the ever-present tension between discovery and destruction. Its presence in the story is a quiet reminder that sometimes what we seek out can shape us in ways we may not fully understand. The expedition to the Dark Continent, therefore, is a journey not just across space, but into the heart of human ambition itself. Fact 117. The complexity of the Chimera Ant Arc. The Chimera Ant Arc is arguably one of the most profound and emotionally complex arcs in Hunter x Hunter. It delves into the heart of what it means to be human, exploring themes of identity, morality, and the corrupting influence of power. The Chimera ants, born of a queen who consumes human lives to breed her army, mirror humanity's own capacity for violence and destruction. Yet in the midst of this darkness, characters like Meruem and Komugi introduce a quiet, poignant contrast, reminding us that even in the most violent of worlds, there is the potential for growth, empathy, and redemption. This arc challenges the very essence of what it means to be good or evil, offering no simple answers, but instead asking the audience to confront the complexity of every action, every decision. The Chimera Ant arc is a meditation on the duality of existence, where beauty and brutality coexist in a delicate balance. Fact 118: the introduction of the Hunter exam as a rite of passage. The Hunter exam, one of the central pillars of Hunter x Hunter, is much more than a test. It is a rite of passage for all those who wish to become part of the Hunter Association. This exam, with its trials of courage, intelligence, and perseverance, serves as a metaphor for life's challenges. It is a journey that pushes the characters to their limits, forcing them to confront their weaknesses and overcome obstacles that test their very essence. The Hunter exam is a moment of self discovery where the characters learn what it truly means to be a hunter. For Gon, it is his first step toward finding his father, but for others, it is about understanding the true nature of their desires and motivations. The examination, full of uncertainty and risk, reflects the deeper theme of Hunter x Hunter, the ongoing, unpredictable nature of human existence. Fact 119: Togashi's focus on the psychology of his characters. What truly sets Hunter x Hunter apart from other shonen anime is Togashi's keen focus on the psychological development of his characters. The series is not simply a collection of battles and quests, but a deep dive into the internal struggles of its protagonists. Each character is multifaceted, with their own set of psychological conflicts, desires, and fears. Togashi doesn't shy away from portraying his characters' vulnerabilities, flaws, and growth. From Gon's innocent, unwavering optimism to Killua's battle with his dark heritage, the psychological depth of the characters makes their journeys all the more compelling. Hunter x Hunter becomes an exploration of the human mind, revealing how each individual grapples with internal and external forces that shape their identity. In this way, the series offers a thoughtful meditation on the complexity of human emotion and the decisions that define our paths. Fact 120: why Kurapika's eyes are so powerful. Kurapika's eyes, a striking symbol throughout Hunter x Hunter, are not just a physical trait, they are a representation of the character's past, his suffering, and his desires. Kurapika's unique scarlet eyes are the source of his Nen abilities, a power that is directly tied to his emotions and the tragic history of his clan. His eyes hold a deeper significance, representing both his connection to his lost family and his unwavering resolve to avenge them. In many ways, his eyes embody his entire journey, a painful reminder of what was lost and what must be regained. They symbolize the tension between past trauma and future goals, a visual manifestation of the emotional depth that drives Kurapika's actions. The power of his eyes is both literal and symbolic, a tool for strength, but also a constant reminder of the pain he carries within. Fact 121: the detailed process of creating the Chimera Ant arc. The Chimera Ant arc is widely regarded as one of the most ambitious and intricate storylines in Hunter x Hunter. Togashi's meticulous approach to its creation is reflected in the depth and complexity of the characters, themes, and moral dilemmas within the arc. The evolution of the Chimera Ants themselves is a quiet commentary on the nature of life and death, while Meruem's transformation from a ruthless creature to a character of profound philosophical depth forces the audience to consider what it truly means to be human. The level of detail in this arc isn't just in the intricate plots and battles, but also in the internal emotional struggles of the characters who must confront their darkest impulses and desires. Togashi's ability to weave together multiple layers of narrative, exploring human nature, power, and survival, speaks to his immense storytelling talent. Through this arc, Hunter x Hunter becomes a reflection on the complexities of existence itself, leaving a lasting impact on those who experience it. Fact 122: Togashi's inspirations for character designs. Togashi's character designs in Hunter x Hunter are as varied and original as the personalities they represent. The uniqueness of each character's appearance speaks to Togashi's deep understanding of how physical traits reflect the inner workings of a character's mind. From Gon's simple, youthful design to the enigmatic and intricately detailed designs of the Zoldyck family, Togashi's characters come to life through their distinct features. His influences range from classic shonen manga to psychological and philosophical themes. Each design feels purposeful, mirroring the characters' journeys, personalities, and evolving arcs. For example, Hisoka's flamboyant, almost unsettling appearance mirrors his chaotic personality, while Killua's ever-changing expressions reflect his internal battles. Togashi's character designs are more than just visual, they are symbolic representations of deeper emotional truths, offering the viewer subtle insights into the characters' hearts and minds with just a glance. Fact 123: Behind Gon's transformation into an adult. Gon's journey in Hunter x Hunter is one of growth, loss, and emotional evolution. His transformation into an adult, both physically and emotionally, is a pivotal moment in the series, highlighting the complexities of his character. This transformation isn't simply a matter of age or appearance. It is a deep, internal shift that reflects the crushing weight of his decisions and the harsh realities of his journey. The moment Gon embraces adulthood, marked by a drastic change in his Nen abilities, forces the audience to reckon with the painful transition from innocence to understanding. His youthful, pure-hearted nature gives way to a more somber, experienced version of himself, carrying the heavy lessons learned throughout his adventure. In this moment, Gon represents the inevitable loss of childhood idealism, as well as the resilience that must emerge when one faces the darker truths of the world. Fact 124: How Hunter x Hunter keeps pushing its narrative limits. Hunter x Hunter is a series that continuously defies expectations, never content to follow a predictable path. Each arc presents new challenges, deeper questions, and more intricate character explorations, pushing the boundaries of traditional storytelling in anime. Whether it's the complex morality of the Chimera Ant arc or the psychological depth of the characters, Togashi is unafraid to push his narrative into uncharted territories. He explores themes of ambition, the nature of good and evil, and the very concept of freedom, all while maintaining a sense of emotional gravity. The series consistently challenges not only its characters, but its audience, urging them to question their own beliefs and perceptions. This constant innovation is one of the defining characteristics of Hunter x Hunter, creating a dynamic, ever-evolving experience that rewards viewers who are willing to embark on a journey of discovery with every new chapter. Fact 125: Symbolism in Hunter x Hunter's fight scenes. The battles in Hunter Hunter are not merely about physical combat. They are infused with rich symbolism that reveals deeper themes about the characters and their struggles. From the philosophical nature of Gon's fights to the intricate power dynamics of the Nen abilities, each battle serves as a metaphor for personal growth, conflict, and the choice between light and darkness. For example, Gon's clash with Hisoka is not just about physical strength, but about the clash of ideologies, Gon's innocence and Hisoka's chaotic unpredictability. Likewise, Killua's fights often represent his internal struggle with his upbringing and his search for identity beyond the Zoldyck family. The fights in Hunter x Hunter are carefully constructed to highlight the psychological and emotional layers beneath the surface, making them a key part of the storytelling rather than just action sequences. These moments invite the audience to look beyond the bloodshed and focus on what is truly at stake for each character. Fact 126: The significance of the Dark Continent lore. The lore of the Dark Continent plays a crucial role in the broader narrative of Hunter x Hunter, serving as both a source of mystery and an existential challenge. This unexplored region is a symbolic representation of the unknown, a place where even the most seasoned adventurers fear to tread. It is a reflection of the human desire for discovery, but also the danger that accompanies the search for knowledge and power. The lore surrounding the Dark Continent reveals the depths of Togashi's world building, where ancient civilizations, uncharted lands, and powerful forces wait in the shadows. This mysterious world represents the limits of human understanding, suggesting that there is always more beyond what is known and comfortable. It invites not only the characters, but also the viewers to grapple with the question of whether the pursuit of the unknown is worth the potential cost, whether that cost be personal sacrifice, moral compromise, or the destruction of everything one holds dear. Fact 127: The powerful use of foreshadowing. Hunter x Hunter is a masterclass in the subtle art of foreshadowing. Togashi plants small, seemingly insignificant details early in the story that later take on monumental importance. From minor character interactions to fleeting mentions of future events, nothing is ever truly random in the series. These quiet moments build a sense of anticipation as the audience slowly uncovers the larger narrative that lies just beneath the surface. The careful placement of clues creates an atmosphere of tension, making every moment feel weighted with significance. As the series progresses, the payoff for these moments becomes clear, providing a satisfying sense of continuity and depth. Foreshadowing in Hunter x Hunter is not just about plot twists, but about creating a world where every action, every word, feels like part of a greater design. This technique deepens the emotional resonance of the story, making the journey feel rich and intricately woven. Fact 128: Togashi's approach to suspense and tension. Togashi's approach to suspense in Hunter x Hunter is uniquely captivating, drawing the audience into a world where the unknown constantly looms. The pacing of the story is deliberate, allowing tension to build slowly and steadily. Whether it's the uncertainty surrounding a character's fate or the ever-present threat of danger in the Dark Continent, Togashi uses suspense to heighten the emotional stakes of the narrative. Unlike other stories that rely on quick, dramatic turns, Hunter x Hunter uses a quieter, more psychological form of tension that lingers in the air, demanding attention and careful thought. Each moment of suspense feels earned, creating a bond between the characters and the audience as they navigate the uncertainty of the world Togashi has created. It's a careful, patient form of tension, one that invites reflection and contemplation rather than instant gratification. Fact 129: Reflections on Hunter x Hunter's Legacy. Hunter x Hunter's legacy is one of emotional depth, storytelling innovation, and a dedication to exploring the complexities of the human experience. Through its intricate plots, complex characters, and philosophical undertones, it has left an indelible mark on the world of anime and manga. Its impact is not just in its popularity, but in the way it challenges its audience to think, to question, and to reflect. The series stands as a testament to the power of narrative, proving that anime can be more than just entertainment. It can be a profound exploration of life, identity, and the choices that define us. Hunter x Hunter continues to inspire creators, artists, and viewers alike, offering a lasting legacy that will be felt for generations to come. The series, in its quiet, reflective manner, has created a space for both joy and sorrow, leaving a lasting impression on all who experience its beauty. Fact 130: The emotional depth of the final fight arc. The final fight arc in Hunter x Hunter is a culmination of everything the series has explored: friendship, loss, sacrifice, and the inexorable passage of time. It is not just a battle for survival, but a confrontation with one's inner demons, one's past, and the choices that shape the future. The emotional stakes are higher than ever before as the characters face the consequences of their actions, pushing them to the brink of despair and beyond. What makes this arc so powerful is not the physical violence, but the emotional resonance that builds up over time. Each punch thrown is not just about strength, it is about everything that has led to this moment. The final fight is a bittersweet reflection on the journey of the characters and a reminder that in the end, it is the emotional bonds that define us, not the battles we fight. This arc leaves the audience with a deep, lingering sense of reflection, a quiet reverence for the beauty and tragedy of the journey. Fact 131: Symbolism in Hunter x Hunter's fight scenes. The fight scenes in Hunter x Hunter are more than just moments of physical conflict. They are steeped in symbolism that reflects the inner struggles of the characters. Each battle represents a personal journey, a confrontation with fears, desires, or personal demons. Take, for instance, the battle between Gon and Hisoka. On the surface, it appears to be a simple fight between two skilled combatants. However, beneath the surface, it is a clash of ideologies: Gon's innocence and Hisoka's chaotic desire for challenge. Similarly, the intensity of the battle often mirrors the character's emotional state, amplifying the stakes. The way Nen abilities manifest during these encounters is a visual representation of the character's mental and emotional states, allowing the audience to witness their growth and transformation in real time. Every punch, every strategy, and every counterattack is filled with meaning, reflecting how the characters are shifting, not just in strength, but in their understanding of themselves. Fact 132: The significance of the Dark Continent lore. The lore surrounding the Dark Continent is one of the most intriguing and mysterious elements in Hunter x Hunter. It is not merely a dangerous, uncharted land. It symbolizes the human pursuit of the unknown. The expedition to the Dark Continent represents the limitless thirst for discovery and adventure that often leads to perilous journeys, where the cost of knowledge can be steep. The mysterious lore tied to the continent is rich with ancient secrets and untold truths that tantalize the characters and the audience alike. The very idea of venturing into this uncharted territory reflects the ever-present tension between curiosity and caution, the balance between exploring new realms and understanding the potential consequences of what lies beyond. Togashi uses the Dark Continent not only as a literal location, but as a metaphor for humanity's desire to reach beyond the familiar, pushing the boundaries of what is known and understood. It is a vast, unknowable world that serves as both a challenge and a promise of discovery. Fact 133: the powerful use of foreshadowing. Hunter x Hunter is known for its subtle and masterful use of foreshadowing. From the smallest details to major plot points, Togashi carefully places clues throughout the story, crafting a narrative that rewards attentive viewers. Whether it's a fleeting moment of dialogue or a seemingly insignificant action, every detail in Hunter x Hunter carries meaning that gradually becomes clearer as the story unfolds. This method of foreshadowing adds a layer of complexity to the series, making it feel as though every scene is connected to a larger, unfolding tapestry. These clues not only build suspense, but also lend a sense of coherence and purpose to the story, creating a quiet anticipation as the audience slowly uncovers the meaning behind each hidden detail. The series doesn't just tell a story, it invites its viewers to engage deeply, to look beyond the surface, and to reflect on the intricacies woven into the narrative. Fact 134: Togashi's approach to suspense and tension. Togashi's handling of suspense and tension in Hunter x Hunter is a key aspect of what makes the series so captivating. He doesn't rely on immediate action to build suspense, but rather lets it develop slowly, creating an atmosphere that builds gradually. Each moment of suspense feels earned and integral to the plot, making the stakes feel real and the tension palpable. The way Togashi manipulates pacing is critical to the emotional impact of the series. He knows when to allow a moment of silence, when to let a character reflect, and when to let the tension simmer. For example, the Chimera Ant arc is full of suspense, not just through the actions on screen, but through the underlying philosophical questions it raises. The uncertainty of what comes next, whether in battles or character development, holds the viewer in a quiet state of anticipation, and Togashi masterfully plays with that feeling, never allowing the suspense to dissipate too quickly. His approach to tension keeps the audience deeply engaged, always on the edge of discovery. Fact 135: Reflections on Hunter x Hunter's Legacy. Hunter x Hunter's legacy is not just found in its remarkable world building or complex characters, it lies in its profound impact on the anime and manga landscape. The series has left a lasting impression on both its fans and the creators who followed in its wake. It's a testament to the power of storytelling, exploring themes of morality, identity, and the human condition in ways that few other series do. Hunter x Hunter's willingness to confront the darkest aspects of life while still celebrating the beauty of friendship and growth has made it a beloved classic. Its characters, who are so deeply flawed yet relatable, resonate with viewers on a personal level, inviting them to reflect on their own lives, choices, and struggles. Hunter x Hunter doesn't just entertain, it forces its audience to think, to question, and to grow. The series stands as a brilliant example of how anime can be a transformative art form, capable of leaving a lasting emotional and philosophical imprint. Fact 136: The emotional depth of the Final Fight arc. The Final Fight arc of Hunter x Hunter is one of its most emotionally charged moments. It is the culmination of everything the characters have gone through, their growth as their sacrifices, and the relationships they have formed. What makes this arc so powerful is not just the intensity of the battles, but the emotional depth that underpins each confrontation. The fights are not just physical struggles, they are moments of introspection where characters come to terms with their past actions, their regrets, and their hopes for the future. For Gon, this final battle is not just about defeating an enemy, it is about understanding his own limitations and coming to terms with the consequences of his actions. The emotional weight of the arc lingers long after the final blow is struck, leaving the audience with a quiet, reflective sense of closure. This arc serves as a beautiful reminder that in the end, the most important battles are often the ones fought within ourselves. Fact 137: The evolution of Kurapika's character. Kurapika's character in Hunter x Hunter is one of continuous evolution, defined by the grief and loss of his past, as well as his unwavering pursuit of justice. From his early days as a hopeful and determined young man, his journey becomes increasingly complex as he faces the realities of vengeance and the moral dilemmas that arise from it. Kurapika's transformation is not just physical, but psychological. He grapples with the balance between his desire for revenge and his recognition of the cost it will incur. His inner turmoil is a poignant reflection of the struggle between holding onto one's values and the temptation to abandon them in the pursuit of a personal vendetta. Over time, Kurapika becomes more than just a character driven by revenge. He becomes a symbol of the price of justice, reminding the audience of the dangers of allowing hatred to consume one's soul. His evolution is a slow, deliberate process, one that reflects the complexities of growth and the weight of emotional scars. Fact 138: The influence of nature and the environment on the story. Hunter x Hunter frequently draws upon nature and the environment to reflect the internal states of its characters. The landscapes, whether lush forests, dark caverns, or barren deserts, serve as more than just backdrops. They mirror the emotional and psychological states of the characters who traverse them. For example, the dense, eerie atmosphere of the dark continent emphasizes the unknown and the danger that lies ahead, while the serene beauty of Greed Island highlights the calm before the storm. Nature in Hunter x Hunter often acts as a reflection of the human condition, with its unpredictability, beauty, and danger serving as a constant reminder of the fragile line between harmony and chaos. The environment is not just a setting, but an active participant in the story, shaping the characters' journeys and the choices they make. Fact 139: The role of Nen abilities in shaping characters' growth. Nen, the core system of powers in Hunter x Hunter, is a brilliant metaphor for the emotional and mental growth of its characters. Each character's Nen abilities reflect their unique personalities, desires, and struggles. For example, Gon's Nen is driven by his pure-hearted nature, while Killua's Nen reflects his conflict between his inherited assassin instincts and his desire for freedom. The way Nen evolves throughout the series mirrors the characters' personal journeys, often revealing their deepest fears, desires, and growth. Nen is not just a tool for combat, but a reflection of the characters' emotional landscapes, allowing the audience to witness their transformation on a deeply personal level. Through Nen, Hunter x Hunter explores the intricacies of the human psyche, showing how power is tied to personal evolution and the discovery of one's true self. Fact 140: Togashi's use of themes of morality and choice. One of the most striking aspects of Hunter x Hunter is its exploration of morality and the complex nature of choice. Togashi presents characters with decisions that are rarely black and white, forcing them to confront their own values and question their beliefs. Throughout the series, characters like Gon, Killua, and Kurapika face moments where their morality is tested, where they must choose between doing what is right and doing what they want. These moments invite the viewer to reflect on the nature of good and evil, the consequences of our actions, and the weight of choice. Togashi's handling of these themes is nuanced and reflective, encouraging the audience to consider not just the characters' decisions, but their own moral compass. Hunter x Hunter reminds us that morality is not always a clear cut path, but a complex, often painful journey, one that is shaped by the choices we make in the face of adversity. Fact 141: Reflections on Hunter x Hunter's legacy. Hunter x Hunter has carved out a unique legacy in the world of anime and manga, one that extends far beyond its exciting battles and intricate plot lines. The series has influenced countless creators, offering lessons in storytelling, character development, and thematic depth. Hunter x Hunter is a quiet masterpiece that doesn't shy away from exploring the darker aspects of human nature, yet it still celebrates the beauty of friendship, loyalty, and growth. Its legacy lives in the way it encourages viewers to question not only the characters' actions, but their own beliefs and choices. In many ways, Hunter x Hunter is a reflection of life itself, complex, unpredictable, and filled with both light and darkness. The series will remain a beacon of emotional depth in the world of anime, a story that not only entertains, but inspires, challenges, and shapes how we view the world and our place in it. Fact 142: The emotional depth of the final fight arc. The final fight arc in Hunter x Hunter is a culmination of everything the series has explored. It's not just a physical battle, it's the manifestation of the emotional and philosophical journeys of the characters. For Gon, it marks the end of his journey from innocence to understanding. His fight is not just for victory, but for a painful recognition of the costs of his pursuit. This arc forces all the characters to confront the outcomes of their choices, to reckon with their past actions and the futures they are now shaping. The emotional weight of these battles, especially Gon's, lingers long after the final blow is struck, offering a bittersweet reflection on the cost of ambition, the complexity of human emotions, and the ever present need for redemption. In this way, the final fight is a quiet meditation on sacrifice and the quiet devastation of growth. Fact 143: The hidden power of Kurapika's eyes. Kurapika's scarlet eyes are not just a physical trait, they are the embodiment of his tragic past and his singular pursuit of justice. His eyes are a visual representation of the burden he carries, the weight of vengeance, the memory of his fallen clan, and his drive to restore balance to their lost honor. When Kurapika activates his eyes, the power of his Nen abilities is unlocked, but so is a deeper connection to his past. His eyes are a constant reminder of the pain that fuels his mission, but they also symbolize the fierce determination that propels him forward. The delicate balance between vengeance and justice, and the toll that this pursuit takes on his heart, is reflected in the way his eyes change, signaling not just his power, but the emotional and psychological cost of his choices. Kurapika's eyes are more than just a weapon, they are a silent narrative of his journey and the sacrifices he continues to make. Fact 144: the bittersweet nature of Gon and Killua's friendship. The friendship between Gon and Killua is one of the most touching and poignant aspects of Hunter x Hunter. Their bond is forged in the innocence of childhood, yet it grows deeper as they confront the harsh realities of the world. Gon's pure, unshakable optimism and Killua's conflicted dark past create a dynamic that balances light and shadow. Throughout the series, they challenge each other, grow together, and provide support in ways that no one else can. Yet their journey is bittersweet. Both are ultimately forced to confront the inevitability of separation, whether by choice or circumstance. This bittersweetness is a quiet reminder of the fleeting nature of relationships and the weight of what is lost in the process of growing up. Their friendship encapsulates the delicate balance of joy and sorrow that defines the human experience, a journey that is at once full of light and shadow. Fact 145: the legacy of the Phantom Troop. The Phantom Troop is one of Hunter x Hunter's most complex and intriguing groups, blending tragedy, loyalty, and moral ambiguity into a single, dangerous entity. Each member of the troop is shaped by their past, their ambitions, and their desires, creating a patchwork of stories that contribute to the collective identity of the group. The troop's legacy is not just about their power or notoriety, but about the complex relationships that bind them together. Their motivations, ranging from revenge to a desire for freedom, are rooted in personal pain and loss. The troop serves as a reminder of the fine line between good and evil, illustrating that even those who commit heinous acts have their own stories and struggles. Their actions, while violent and destructive, are framed within a larger narrative about survival, loyalty, and the choices we make when faced with overwhelming loss. Fact 146: the complexity of Hisoka's character. Hisoka's character in Hunter x Hunter is one of contrasts. He is both playful and sinister, charming and terrifying. He is a character who thrives on chaos, seeking excitement and stimulation from the most unpredictable of situations. Yet beneath his flamboyant demeanor lies a deeply troubled individual, driven by a desire for power and thrill, and perhaps a fear of the very thing he craves. Hisoka's relationship with Gon, in particular, is one of complex admiration and rivalry. His fascination with Gon is both a reflection of his own desires and an exploration of the unpredictable nature of desire itself. Hisoka's actions, though often violent and unpredictable, are driven by a deep psychological need to challenge himself, to find meaning in the chaos of existence. Wu character is a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of human desires and the dark side of what happens when we let those desires define us. Fact 147: the influence of older anime on Hunter x Hunter. Togashi's Hunter x Hunter is deeply influenced by older anime and manga traditions, which have shaped its narrative and visual style. From the adventure-centric stories of classic shonen manga to the darker psychological themes seen in older anime, Togashi incorporates elements from a wide range of influences. These influences can be seen in the way the series balances action with introspection, humor with tragedy, and light with dark. At the same time, Hunter x Hunter transcends its influences, pushing the boundaries of what is expected in the genre and redefining what anime can accomplish. Togashi's ability to weave traditional storytelling with his own unique voice has helped Hunter x Hunter stand out as a series that both honors its predecessors and charts its own course. Fact 148: Togashi's love of puzzles and mystery. Togashi's personal love for puzzles and mysteries is evident in the intricate, layered nature of Hunter x Hunter. From the complex rules of Nen to the mysterious histories of the Dark Continent, every aspect of the story is designed to intrigue and challenge the viewer. Togashi's storytelling is never straightforward. It's filled with hidden meanings, subtext, and symbols that invite the audience to dive deeper into the narrative. The series constantly poses questions without offering easy answers, creating a space where discovery and exploration are as much a part of the journey as the actual plot. This love for puzzles is not just a stylistic choice, but a reflection of the themes of Hunter x Hunter itself: the search for meaning, the unraveling of mysteries, and the ongoing quest to understand the world around us. Fact 149: The journey of Gon's growth and transformation. Gon's journey in Hunter x Hunter is one of the most profound arcs in anime. What begins as a simple quest to find his father evolves into a much more complex exploration of identity, sacrifice, and the price of ambition. Gon's growth is marked by his internal struggle to balance his innocent, unwavering optimism with the harsh realities of the world. His transformation, particularly in the later arcs, reflects the painful evolution from a child in search of adventure to a young man who must face the consequences of his choices. His journey is both inspiring and tragic, as he learns that the world is not always kind and that growing up often comes with a painful cost. Gon's transformation is a poignant reminder that the journey of self discovery is rarely linear and that the path to maturity is full of both light and shadow. Fact 150: The lasting impact on the anime and manga world. Hunter x Hunter has left an indelible mark on both the anime and manga worlds, influencing a new generation of creators and fans. Its emotional depth, complex characters, and intricate plot have set a new standard for storytelling in the medium. The series challenges the conventions of traditional shonen anime by exploring mature themes, such as the nature of power, the cost of ambition, and the complexities of human relationships. Its impact extends far beyond its immediate success, inspiring countless discussions, theories, and reflections. Hunter x Hunter has redefined what an anime can be. More than just entertainment, it is a work of art that continues to resonate with audiences worldwide. Its legacy is one of growth, exploration, and the quiet power of storytelling that lingers long after the last page is turned or the final episode concludes. Thank you for joining me on this gentle journey through the world of Hunter x Hunter. As the stories and facts softly fade away, may your mind find peace in the quiet spaces between them. May your thoughts settle like soft clouds in the evening sky, and your heart rest in the warmth of the adventures we've shared. The world of Hunter x Hunter will always be here, quietly waiting for you to return. Until then, may your dreams be filled with light, and may your sleep be restful and calm. Good night, dear friend.